On this day in history, the skies above Pakistan became a witness to an act of unparalleled courage and sacrifice. It was August 20th, 1971, just months before the outbreak of the Indo-Pak War. A young man of only 20 years, Pilot Officer Rashid Minhas, chose martyrdom over betrayal, becoming the youngest recipient of Nishan-e-Haider, Pakistan's highest military honor. His name was forever inscribed in golden letters as a symbol of loyalty, duty, and patriotism. Rashid Minhas was born on February 17th, 1951, in Karachi. He hailed from a patriotic family with roots from Narowal district and carried within him a strong sense of national pride. From childhood, Rashid was fascinated by aircraft, often sketching fighter planes and reading about aviation history. This passion led him to join the Pakistan Air Force Academy, Risalpur, where he stood out for his discipline and enthusiasm. By August 1971, he had completed his training and had been commissioned as a pilot officer only 4 days before his final flight. It was a humid morning at PAF Base Masroor in Karachi. Rashid was scheduled for a solo flight in a Lockheed T-33 jet trainer with tail number 166. The mission was simple: practice takeoff, navigation, and landing drills. As per standard routine, Rashid began taxiing the aircraft towards the runway. At this moment, Flight Lieutenant Matiur Rahman, one of his Bengali instructors, intercepted him. Rahman requested Rashid to stop the jet, claiming he needed to check something. Once near the cockpit, Rahman quickly climbed in and took the instructor's seat without official clearance. Rashid, though surprised, complied, believing it was just an irregular instruction. Within minutes of takeoff, it became clear that something was wrong. Instead of turning west toward the designated training area, Rahman ordered the jet eastward, straight toward the Indian border. His plan was to defect to India with the T-33 trainer, handing over both the aircraft and sensitive PAF data to the Indian Air Force. Rashid realized the gravity of the situation. Through the radio, he sent out a coded distress signal, reporting the hijacking attempt. Control tower at Masroor base confirmed that his aircraft was off course and instructed him to prevent it from leaving Pakistani airspace at all costs. The jet raced eastward at over 700 kilometers per hour, closing in on the Indian border near Baden and Thatta. Rashid struggled to wrest back control, but Rahman was older, stronger, and more experienced. The young cadet was being overpowered. With just 40 miles left to cross into India, Rashid made a split-second decision. Instead of allowing the aircraft to be flown into enemy territory, he deliberately nosed the jet downward. At approximately 10:42 a.m., the T-33 crashed into the ground at about 32 kilometers from the Indian border. Both men were killed instantly. In sacrificing himself, Rashid not only protected Pakistan from a major intelligence breach, but also prevented a propaganda victory for India during a tense pre-war climate. The wreckage was quickly secured by PAF teams. Investigations confirmed Rahman's intent to defect, while Rashid's distress signal proved his loyalty until his last breath. His martyrdom shook the entire Air Force. Senior commanders declared him a symbol of absolute devotion to duty. On August 21st, 1971, the government of Pakistan posthumously awarded Rashid Minhas the Nishan-e-Haider, the highest gallantry award. He became the first PAF officer and the youngest military officer in Pakistan to receive it. It must also be remembered that Rashid was just 4 days into the service. He didn't even serve PAF for a week. Rashid Minhas's sacrifice resonated across the nation. Roads, schools, and air bases, including the Rashid Minhas Road in Karachi, carry his name. Every year, the PAF commemorates his martyrdom with solemn ceremonies at his grave in Karachi's Masroor Air Base. For cadets entering the PAF Academy Risalpur, his story is a core part of training, a reminder that loyalty to Pakistan is non-negotiable. His sacrifice remains unmatched in aviation history, often cited globally as one of the rare cases where a pilot chose to crash rather than surrender to treachery. Today, as we mark the anniversary of his martyrdom, we remember Pilot Officer Rashid Minhas not just as a soldier, but as a national guardian whose loyalty never wavered. His final act was a message to every generation. Sometimes the defense of the homeland demands the ultimate price, and true heroes are those willing to pay it. 54 years later, Rashid's courage continues to soar beyond the skies, reminding us that the strength of Pakistan does not merely lie in its arsenal, but in the unshakable spirit of its people. Rashid Minhas lives forever, in the skies he loved and in the hearts of a grateful nation.